Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Life Sports of New Mexico. My name is Brian, and here at Life Sports, we always say this, that life is a sport that God wants you to win, and we are so glad that you're here with us today. We have an awesome show and a very special guest. I can't wait to get into the interview today, and so without further ado, I want to introduce our guest. My man, Frank the Tank Benson, is here with us today. Frank, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. And so for those out there that may not know who you are, tell us a little bit about how you got to where you are today.
Well, originally I'm from Houston. Moved out here in 2010 once my mom passed with my younger brother, Justin Benson. I was playing professionally overseas for 6 years. She passed in 2010. I gave it a year after she passed. I went back to Europe, 2011-2012 season, came back, and I stopped playing 2012, and I've been here ever since.
Nice, nice. So you played professional basketball overseas, and I won't talk a whole lot about that, but before, like, how'd you get there? Tell me about your career in high school, college, and just kind of the success you had.
Oh, no problem. Well, high school, I went to Gulf Shore Academy. We had a pro that finished at Gulf Shore Academy by the name of Jell Green. That was in the dunk contest. I don't know if you heard of him. We had another guy that went to University of Las Vegas, UNLV, Wink Adams. Then my brother went to Lobos. So after high school, came here, went to Navarro Junior College 2 years in Corsicana, Texas. Also went to Oklahoma Baptist for 2 years, 2004 to 2006. So it was a nice little journey.
Yeah, and then how in the world did you get to go overseas? Did they like recruit you? Were you traveling? Like, what happened? How did they get you over there?
Well, I could score the ball. I had a knack to score the ball. I was undersized postman. I just had a feel to score the ball. And
hold on a second. He says an undersized postman, and as you're watching on TV, you could probably see like, dang, he doesn't look very undersized.
This is the married life.
The dad life.
The dad life, exactly.
Okay. So now, just to let everyone know, we've Frank and we play a little pickup together.
Yes,
so
we
he
do.
says he's a postman, but make no mistake, he's a point guard all the way. Right here, point guard all the way.
I played point before I played post. Yeah.
And he shoots better than Steph. Just saying. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry. So how did you get overseas?
Well, I could score very well, and at the end of my senior year, my coach made a highlight tape, sent it out to different agencies, different agents. They reviewed it, and if they liked it, they contacted me. We would go out on a lunch. I would see if they was talking about something that they could pitch that I would like. I met an agent that I liked, and the rest was history.
Okay, so they kind of work deals and make it happen for you.
Right.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's really cool. And so were you nervous at all to go overseas?
No, I wasn't nervous. It's the game of basketball. I just had to get adjusted to the rules that they play overseas. At that time, some of the rules were different than they are over here in the United States.
And what countries were you in?
My first year I was in Luxembourg, and the rest of the 5 years I was in Germany.
In Germany.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so what would you say to like a young person watching? Maybe they have dreams to go play professionally somehow, some way. Maybe they have dreams to play in college. They're in high school now. What would you say to them? How can they be successful and do what they need to do to get to the next level?
Well, first I would tell them you have to put God first in anything you do. Secondly, school. Thirdly, practice. Practice makes perfect. So if you put those three things in order, school, don't forget family. School, God, school, practice, family, stay focused, keep the right people around you, I think you'll be successful.
Okay, that's awesome. And so you heard it, it's kind of those 4 steps. And so when we come back in just a little bit, we're going to break down those 4 steps a little bit more, but we have a little bit more time before the first commercial. What do you do now? You said put God first. What do you do personally to help put God first in your life?
Well, I try to keep God in front of everything that I do, every decision that I make in life. either it's with my family, myself, my kids, and because without God, there's nothing. You can't move. Anything won't come good. So my family and my mom taught me, as far as who's in church, and always put God first in anything you do.
Gotcha. Maybe any good churches you want to recommend?
Recommend here, Legacy Church. We have several campuses around. I advise and pray and hope that you would attend one of our services.
Nice. Okay. All right. Now school. Okay. Now let's be honest about school, because when I was in high school, I didn't so much care about that part of it. School was there for friends, for girls, for sports. Like it was.
Exactly.
I didn't want to go to school. I didn't want to go to class. Like homework. Like that was the last thing on my mind. How? As a young person in school, dreams of playing sports, dreams of going to the next level. How do you find success at school at the same time?
You find success in school by having the right people behind you pushing you. I didn't have that. I had people that gave me things that hurt me later on in life because I didn't know how to work for certain things, because things was always given to me because of my scoring ability due to basketball. So I would give the advice to people is don't take anything that's given to you. You have to work for it. In due time, everything will come due to hard work.
Oh, that's awesome. That's great. Yeah, the people you surround yourself with.
Exactly.
You kind of alluded to. That's
exactly.
big.
You have to have people that have the same vision as you, that want you to do good, and not trying to see you when you do good, want to pull you down.
Yeah.
And I think that was I think that was one bad thing that I had about following people that wasn't on the same page as I was.
Absolutely, and I remember that too. It's the crowd, that can make you or break you. In fact, we've had a show months ago where we've talked about how, without the right friends, it's impossible to live the right life. And
Exactly.
so just the people you surround yourself with are key. They're going to make
key.
you or break you, going to have success. So
Very key.
Break those points down one more time. So put God first.
Put God first.
School, family,
and practice.
Practice. So you heard it, how to have success, how to get to the next level. We're going to break these down a little bit more when we come back and hear some stories about what Frank experienced when he was playing professional basketball overseas. So stick around. You're not going to want to miss the rest of our show today. And thanks again for tuning in.
Right to the body, and there's a right that'll send back. Wild left, and Lucero fires some right back. These two, both of them trying to finish it right away. Perez on the left hand, another one, and look out!
Straub, that's it on the line to center. Way back
That's
there.
deep.
It's going to
Let's
send
go.
it back. It's going all the way to the wall. Around to score easily, Autry. We're going to wave around another one. It's a two-run double for Hunter Straub.
It's a couple on the right hand and the left. And Ruiz is running.
Ruiz needs to pick that left up before.
And Castillo. Well, this could be fast, guys.
In his last goal.
And that's it. Another right hand has put Ruiz. Oh, he's going to go down on the right hand. Mongoose Baca.
Be Adrian Ortega Field now. That's the first state championship they won.
Oh, tough hop and a beauty at third base. Oh,
A great play.
what a play. Put a star on that one for Straub. A quick inning for Shoneman. Still 2-0 Bear.
Left hand by Torres, look out! Rodriguez is in trouble. A right hand, another. And that's it. Rocky Burke has said that is it.
Folks, there's no other way but to be all in. Either he's Lord of all or he is not Lord at all. And you can experience the real and authentic, true life change that only God can provide to humanity. See, when we truly encounter Jesus and purpose to know him and follow his teachings, hashtag life change will occur.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Life Sports of New Mexico. I'm joined today with former professional basketball player Frank Benson, and so glad to have him here with us today. We're talking all about his life and his journey, about how he grew up in Houston and then went to college in Oklahoma and then played professional basketball overseas in Germany. And surely during this time, especially being in a foreign country, you had some maybe funny or embarrassing stuff happen to you.
Yes, I have one funny incident that happened in Luxembourg. I just got off the plane. I was headed to get something to eat. We went to a restaurant. The name of the place was Dolce Vita. It's a pizza parlor. Went there and I ordered pepperoni pizza.
Okay.
The guy looked at me and like, "Are you sure?" I was like, "I think I like pepperoni pizza."
Sure, who doesn't like pepperoni pizza?
Who doesn't like pepperoni pizza? And even the guy that picked me from the airport, like, "Are you sure you want pepperoni?" I was like, "Yes, I honestly want pepperoni." They said, "Okay." 15 minutes later, they bring me out a pizza with leaves on it. And I was like, "What is this?" And they said, "You asked for pepperoni." I said, "No, I need the circle meat on my pizza as pepperoni." They call it salami. So I said, "Whatever you need to do, I need the salami pizza." I couldn't eat the pizza with all the leaves on it.
It was like what kind of leaves were on it?
It was leaves that I've never seen on a pizza.
Did you try it?
Negative.
What they say to you?
They laughed at me for 5-10 minutes, and I told them, "Hey, I know pepperoni," and they said, "Okay, this is your first time. Pepperoni, here's salami." Pepperoni was like the leaves on the pizza. That was very horrible.
Okay, so I think that is a good lesson for all of us. If we are ever in Luxembourg, don't order pepperoni pizza.
Salami.
Order salami. Nice. So what we were kind of talking about before the break is how we can go to the next level. And I think this applies to us personally and in our careers, our athletic careers, how we can get to the next level. And Frank kind of broke down 4 steps or 4 points that really we all can follow, we all can apply to our lives to take us to the next level. You know, even the Bible talks about how we shouldn't get complacent. We shouldn't want to stay the same, but we should always be growing. I mean, that's life. We should be growing and learning and doing more. And so you said that we should always put God first. You talked about how, you know, God's the most important relationship you have, and being in church and that kind of thing. And then the second thing you said was school. And, you know, maybe you've graduated, maybe you're out of school, but I think learning, just in general, learning is important. So we definitely encourage you to do that. Maybe it's reading books or taking classes or researching things online, but always be learning. Always be learning something new, because that's just going to grow. It's just going to expand your mind, expand your skills. So you're going to be more valuable throughout life. Maybe you can make more money at your job because you know more things. So always be learning. And then what was your third thing?
My third thing was, it was in the school.
Oh, practice. Or no, family is what you said.
Well, family. Family is big. Family is going to be there when you have your ups, your downs, when you're insecure, when you're not certain about certain things, whether you don't feel comfortable talking to your coaches or your players or etc. Family will always be there. And that was one big thing that helped me in my career, my family. I had a strong help from my grandmother, my sister, my older sister, my brother, my mom, my auntie. Everybody helped me in school and helped me with my daughter at the time that I had when I was in college.
Okay, nice. So as far as family goes, what would you say to someone who's watching today who don't have a mom or dad? Maybe their family is not the typical family that we see, a mom, a dad, a brothers and sisters. Maybe they're kind of on their own. They really feel like they're on their own. Maybe they have a parent somewhere, a grandparent, but that's just kind of distant. What would you say to someone in that situation, how they can build some kind of support or family into their lives?
I'll give you a good example. In Navarro Junior College, we had a player that hasn't seen his parents in like 4 years. His name was Pa Saul. We lost him in a car accident one day coming from a game. But what we did with Paul was whenever we was finished with basketball, we never left him in his room alone. He came with us, whether it was like to the store or whether we went bowling, team events, and coaches wanted us at the house. We always invited Paul to come with us because it is hard not having family behind you, not having family to lean on or to talk to or just to ask questions for guidance. And that was one big thing that we did in junior college with Paul, was that we took Paul under our wings with us because we understood his situation.
That's awesome. That's awesome how kind of your team became the family. And I think for a lot of us, that are in a sport or involved in something, the best teams are the ones that are like family. When you're that close knit team, those are really the best, most successful ones. Those guys that work well together. So if you don't have a family, we just want to encourage you, man. Surround yourself with some people that can help you, that can support you. Know that life is hard and you don't have to go through it alone. People are there going through stuff too. So be there for each other, support each other, and lean on your team, lean on your teammates, and know that you're not alone in life. People are there for you. We're here for you. If you ever need anything, we want you to know that as well. And then your final point, and I think maybe one you're most passionate about, practice. Tell us about that.
Well, I always wanted to be better than the next person. Even though I knew I could score, one person told me growing up, when you're not doing something, someone else is getting better than you. So that stuck with me throughout. So I always wanted to practice on whatever I was doing, whatever I would simulate into a game. I practice it, either if I'm practicing it in pickup or I'm practicing it in a live game. And guys are like, Frank, what are you doing? And I say, I'm practicing on something. So that was my way of practicing on my craft in game-like situations.
Now, what would you say to someone that's maybe throwing out excuses like, oh, I'm tired, or I don't have time? How would you tell them?
Well, the moment you're not doing nothing, the moment you're tired, someone is up in the gym, 5 a.m. on the track, 7 a.m. getting up 1,000 shots, while you're in bed, you're hurting, aching, or whatever the excuse may be that you have of why you don't want to get up and practice and train.
Yeah.
Someone's always getting better.
It reminds me of that quote, get better or get left behind.
You would definitely get left behind.
Yeah, so did you have, or did you notice, back in the day, they say Michael Jordan made his teammates better, that kind of thing. Jerry Rice is a guy, great work ethic, made his teammates better. Were you that guy, or did you have teammates that kind of pushed you, or were you pushing your teammates to get better?
My last year at Oklahoma Baptist, I wanted to take the initiative to push myself and also let my teammates see the drive that I had, whether it was first coming in practice, last one to leave, finishing first in all the exercises that we was going through, whether it was weightlifting, sprints, or whatever it was. I wanted to be first, and I wanted them to see that. So they see, okay, our best player is fighting this hard, so why can't I fight this hard as well? And that was one of my best years in basketball. We lost in the Final Four, but just the camaraderie of the team, and they saw the best player having that drive and that passion, and everybody else fed on and jumped on the train, and we were very successful.
That's awesome. I think it's important to know that as you get better, everyone else around you gets better. So don't slack off. Don't be complacent. You can go to the next level. God has amazing plans for your life. He doesn't want you to stay the same. Man, God has better for you. He has more for you. So don't stop. Stay hungry. Keep working hard and watch and see the amazing things that can happen in your life and through your life. Thanks for being here. We got one more round to go, so come on back after the break.
The New Mexico High School Coaches Association, established in 1941, is an organization of New Mexico's best and most professional interscholastic coaches. Coaches across work daily to help our student athletes excel in the classroom, on the field of play, and in our communities. Students that participate in interscholastic activities attain higher grades, higher graduation rates, and higher wages. Responsible for the North-South All-Star Games, statewide Coaches Award Program, and providing multiple professional development opportunities for New Mexico's coaches. Be a great coach by coaching beyond the game.
Folks, there's no other way but to be all in. Either he's Lord of all or he is not Lord at all. And you can experience the real and authentic, true life change that only God can provide to humanity. See, when we truly encounter Jesus and purpose to know him and follow his teachings, hashtag life change will occur.
Hey, welcome back to the final part of my interview today with the one, the only Frank the Tank Benson. It's been a great show today, talking about how we can go to the next level. You got to put God first. Got to do it. Got to put God first. Got to have success in school. In other words, got to be learning. Can't be complacent. We got to be learning, got to be growing. It's a good thing. Feed your mind, not just your body. And then family, the importance of having that support system around you, people that can lift you up and build you up, encourage you, pray for you, and then practice. Man, you can't underestimate practice and preparation and just all that goes into that to have success. So,
exactly.
Man, I just want to say thank you for taking the time to share your heart a little bit and just help people get to the next level. But you know, it is here. We are right in the thick of March Madness.
Yes, we are.
And so you're the expert. I want to hear your take on some of the games so far. What's happening? Give me some predictions. Who's going to take it all? I want to hear what you think.
Well, I love March Madness. One reason that I do is because you get one game. You get 40 minutes. Doesn't matter what you did in the season, who you beat, how many points you score. It's whether we match up, who match up the best. And I've liked the upsets. There's a lot of number ones that have went down. They lost to 16s. They lost to 11 seeds. Those games, those teams, they have an edge on their back because they're not on TV. They're not being talked about throughout the year. Mm-hmm. So they come in with a chip on their back. They come out and they play hard. And as you can see, that's what we're seeing. All the number one teams have been knocked out. I love it. Now to give you some predictions of who I think will win it. Who's left? Duke. Kansas is left. They have experience. Duke, not too much experience, but Kansas, I could see Kansas winning it.
Could you?
Yeah.
Now, let me tell you who I'm most excited about. Texas A&M. Kind of down near your old neck of the woods.
I slept on Texas A&M exactly right.
That one
Davis
stuff
from Plano, Texas. Yeah.
Man, it's a president and CEO of get that stuff out of here.
Exactly.
That's what he did the other day. I wish we had the highlight. We would run it right now, but we don't. So go YouTube it, and you won't be disappointed
at all.
Trust me. And so you think maybe Kansas could take it all? I'm pulling for Texas A&M. That might be an underdog. What else are you thinking with the rest of March Madness and all that's happening?
Well, this is nice. There's no dominant teams like we've had in the past. And I think one of the guys spoke up on that, Jason Williams, being about it's back in the past, you had teams that were dominant that had that standout player. Mm-hmm. Duke may have a standout player. Kansas may have one, but if you go throughout the college collegiate level, Division I. There wasn't that many standing out. You have teams that were built. People came back to school, didn't leave after 1 year. Those are the teams I like because you get to build a camaraderie with the players. You get to build a unity with them and knowing their goods and bads on the court. And those are teams that stand out.
Any possible Cinderella stories you see developing?
Cinderellas, I thought Loyola would be, but I think they lost. I thought it was going to be UMBC, but they lost as well. But they did make history. It was the only number 1 16 seed to beat a number 1 seed.
Yeah, that was pretty unbelievable. So special year for March Madness. So hope you're enjoying the games and eating a lot of wings, eating a lot of junk food.
Definitely.
It is March Madness time. So
yes, it is.
Frank, what you didn't know and what I didn't tell you is that when we have guests on the show, there's always a lightning round.
Okay.
A lightning round. So I'm going to ask you a bunch of questions.
Shoot them.
Really fast. And you don't have to think about it. You just answer
what comes to my head
quickly.
Gotcha.
All right. Are we ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Favorite basketball team?
Spurs.
Favorite football team?
Patriots.
Patriots?
Yes. Tom Brady, I'm sorry. Yes.
Okay.
I am.
Okay. Red or green chili?
Totally green.
Totally green? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Mountains or ocean?
Mountains.
Mountains. Favorite cartoon movie?
Favorite cartoon movie would be Batman.
That's not a cartoon.
Batman was a cartoon coming up. We did have it as a cartoon, then it turned into a movie.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Favorite cartoon movie of recently?
Cartoon movie. Well, how about the what's the show? The Emojis?
Emoji Movie.
Yeah.
That's my kid's favorite movie right now.
Too. Yeah.
All right.
I like it.
Okay. Nice. Okay, favorite food?
Favorite food? Steak.
Favorite restaurant?
Favorite restaurant? Papa Do's.
Papa Do's.
Yes.
All right. And then the final question for you. Favorite sports TV show?
Favorite sports TV show? First Take.
Wrong.
This one.
Yes, correct. Nice. Frank, man, you did an awesome job. Thanks so much for being here, being our guest today.
Thank you for having me.
Any final thoughts you have or that you want to share with everyone watching, maybe things you could encourage people with?
Well, first I want to encourage people always keep God first, okay? That's the main big thing in your life. He will never, ever steer or lead you wrong. With God in your life, you can never go wrong. So if I have a message to get out to people, that's what I would do. Always pray and keep God first.
Absolutely. Thanks so much, Frank. And listen, if you're watching today and you need someone to connect with, I want to let you know we're here to connect with you on social media. My name is @BrianSmooth, also at Life Sports NM. Connect with us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and we would love to just get to know you, talk to you, answer any prayer requests that you might have. And we know sometimes, as we mentioned earlier in the show, life can be tough, so you don't want to go at it alone. So if you need someone, you need some support, need some prayer, DM us, and we would be happy to pray for you, encourage you. And as always, we want to say a big thanks to Legacy Church for being a sponsor of this show. And if you have no church home and maybe you're not sure about the whole church thing, we want to invite you to come. Just check it out. We'll give you the VIP experience, and we think that you'll enjoy it and find a place where you could call home, where you can connect with God, grow relationships, and learn to live generously, and that's what it's all about. So thank you again for watching today. We look forward to seeing you back with us soon. God bless you.
Folks, there's no other way but to be all in. Either he's Lord of all or he is not Lord at all. And you can experience the real and authentic, true life change that only God can provide to humanity. See, when we truly encounter Jesus and purpose to know him and follow his teachings, #life change will occur.